Welcome back to the Value Creation Playbook. I'm Raja Mukherjea, and if you have been following the series, you already know we are on a mission to cut through the jargon and help business leaders like you, operators and investors focus on what really drives results. In episode 1, we defined value creation. In episode 2, I showed you where to look for it. Today, in episode 3, I will tackle what I believe is the most painful and expensive challenge for leaders like you. Why do transformation plans fall apart by Q2? It could be Q1 itself. And how can you build a value creation roadmap that actually delivers? If you're in the C suite, leading a portfolio company, or driving a transformation program, this one's for you. Why most roadmaps fail? Let's start with some uncomfortable truths. Most transformation roadmaps fail because they are one, too broad. They try to fix everything at once. Too financial. They only target numbers, not causes. Three, too top down. They ignore processes, people, and capability gaps. Fourth, too short term. They collapse after Q1 when momentum feds. Here's a real world case which you would remember. When Future Retail in India launched its omni-channel overhaul, the vision was right, but execution, misaligned incentives, unclear ownership, and no change readiness assessment. Result is there for you to see. Missed deadlines, cash burn, and an eventual exit that left billions in value destroyed. The lesson for you and me: great strategy on paper is not equal to value in practice, folks. Execution needs design, ownership, and adaptability. Now, let's talk about the value plan pyramid. To avoid a collapse, I use what I call the value plan pyramid, a layered framework for designing transformation programs that work. Top layer: business outcomes, margin uplift, working capital release, revenue mix. What changes is the numbers. Middle layer, operational levers. What levers drives those numbers? Pricing, procurement, throughput, or something else? The base layer, the foundation, the enablers, the systems, data, governance, capability. Without these, your plan wouldn't move. Each layer has to support the next. You can't hit a 200 bps margin target without redesigning cost structure and empowering your managers to make trade-offs. Example, Hindustan Unilever. The margin expansion didn't come from just cost cuts. It came from premium products, that is business outcomes. Integrated planning, which is a lever, and digital analytics rollout, which is an enabler. A full pyramid, my friends, in action. And while building roadmaps, you have to be wary of a very common problem. Most transformation plans are built like vision decks, not operating blueprints. Here's what I think should work. One, break it down into work streams: revenue, cost, cash, digital, people, etc. Number two, assign ownership, one accountable person per work stream. Three, add OKRs, not just financial targets, but capability goals. Example, automate three processes, or hire a data analyst, or reduce error rate by 40%. Number four, sequence it. Start with things that build credibility and cash, then layer on complex initiatives. Number five, forecast stress points. What will break the plan during execution? Flipkart, for example, their supply chain revamp began in one city, one process, one delivery center. Only when it worked at micro scale did they scale them nationally. The plan worked because it was engineered and it was not in some fancy painting or a fancy slide. I always ask my clients to pressure test their plans, and before you even present a roadmap to your board, your PE sponsor, or your leadership team, ask these 5 questions, which is just like pressure test. One, does it have cash velocity? Will this generate free cash flow in 6 months? You need to have an answer for that. Two, is it anchored to accountability? Is there one person responsible for each outcome? Use a RACI matrix. Number three, does it invest in capability, not just cuts? Are we building muscle or just trimming fat? Doesn't work, guys. Number four, is change sequencing realistic? Are we trying to fly before we can even crawl? Number five, can it survive Q1, Q2 fatigue curve? Most plans die when business as usual fights back. If you can't answer yes to all five, my friends, your plan needs a redesign, just not commitment. This is very key for you and for us to all understand. Feedback loops. Real transformation is a loop. It's not in a line sequence. Here's that winning plan have in a common. Weekly pulse check, not monthly slide reviews. Decision forums that clear roadblocks, governance pyramids helps. They just not collect updates. Frontline feedback, because that's where real resistance lives. That is change management in action. Data-led reviews, real-time metrics, not lag indicators. Iterative sequencing, plans adjust monthly, not annually. Example, Infosys live enterprise model, they embed agile pods and feedback loops directly into delivery governance, enabling faster pivot during the pandemic. That really helped. Transformation isn't just a plan, guys. It's a process that learns. Let's do a final recap. And the way I see this, let's do a quick summary. Why most roadmaps fail? Misaligned, overambitious, underpowered. What to fix? Structure with the value plan pyramid. How to execute? Think like an engineer, not like a dreamer. What to test? 5 brutal questions before you launch. And lastly, how to sustain? Build feedback loops, not just milestone. If this episode helped sharpen your approach towards transformation planning, please do subscribe to the Value Creation Playbook channel. Drop in a comment. What's one plan that failed your career and why? Share this with a founder, a CXO, or an investor you work with. In episode 4, we go deep into execution excellence, how to drive momentum, kill resistance, and turn PowerPoint plans into EBITDA wins. Because the plan is not the outcome, execution is where value gets created. Until next time, I'm Raja Mukherjee, and this is Value Creation Playbook. Don't just transform, create value that lasts. Thank you for being a part of this journey, and thank you once again for your time.